Update 46 for the Elder Scrolls Online brings with it 2 new housing systems, and they are so good. One you can see here, the Furniture Vault. We're going to talk about it, but there's another one and we didn't know it was coming, and it's almost as good. Hello, it's Icy. That's right, we are here with an absolutely fantastic update. If you're a housing mancer, like me, you will be delighted. I was so delighted. Tears came to my eyes earlier when I realized what we've got. Let's start with the one we knew was coming from the ESO Direct. Well, actually, not even from the ESO Direct, from the ESO Live that they had after the ESO Direct. We found out we were getting a furnishing vault. This is it here. 500 slots of furniture storage. Each slot will have up to 1,000 identical items. That is a lot of furniture. Keep in mind, a guild bank is 500 slots. So you'll basically have a guild bank for furniture. I'm so happy. I have so many things in so many storage houses, each taking up an individual slot. I'm going to be able to combine everything into here. I'm thinking all of my structural furnishings and all of my plants, I think I'm just going to put straight into here. That should clear out a whole bunch of things, and it will make it just so easy to put them into a house. It's great. Now, let's talk about how we use it. You purchase it from the Crown Store. If you have ESO Plus, it is free. If you don't have ESO Plus, it is not available to you, at least not yet. It is an ESO Plus exclusive. So, ESO Plus in Australia is $15 a month. I personally absolutely get my money's worth of ESO Plus. I've been paying for ESO Plus, basically since launch. And I play ESO every single day. So for me, it's completely worthwhile. For you, you should work out how much it costs for you in your region, and do you play enough of the game to justify it? If you do, you won't regret it. It really does make the game so fun. But yeah, this is definitely an ESO Plus exclusive. So you purchase it from the storage section of the furniture section of the Crown Store, and then you can place it in your house if you like. It is a beautiful piece of furniture. It just looks great. But you don't actually have to put it in your house to use it. It will kind of work like another bank. So it doesn't actually need to be physically present in your house for you to be able to withdraw and use furniture from it. So, if it is in your house, you can click on it just like any other storage box, and you can place things in here. I went through and took everything that was in my inventory, dropped it into here, any furniture that was in my inventory. I went from 180 or so slots used to 41. So, this housing character pretty much just has an inventory full of furniture, which, I knew that was the case, but it was a shock. So it's now got a whole bunch of furnishings in here, 127 furnishings approximately. Well, actually, exactly, in varying stacks. So you can see we've got some really big stacks here. I don't have 1,000 of any one thing. I think I've got 200 is the max stack I have roughly, but not a problem just to fill it up with things and stuff and wonderful bits and pieces. I think personally I will probably consolidate all of my conservatory items and all of my structural items into here out of the multiple boxes that are sitting around. Possibly also all of the lighting, because all of those are across multiple storage coffers, or they're in my inventory, or the bank. So that way I know what is in here, and then I can place it into a house. Or if I'm moving things around, I know where to put stuff. Now, using this, it's very straightforward. When you go into the editing, you can filter on your house storage, which is your existing boxes, or you can filter on the Finishing Vault, and it will show you things that are in the Finishing Vault. So you can place directly from here, just like you would be able to go from your bank or your storage or your inventory. So it works exactly like another bank. If you have various filters, you'll see that there's actually a little icon in the top corner that tells you what is in where. So if you've got things in multiple locations, you should know from here. It'll tell you, if you've got some of these in the bank, you've got some of these in your inventory or a storage box, that will allow you to consolidate those. Now, not only do we have the Furniture Vault, which in and of itself is fantastic, I've got even better news. There is another system which will allow you to return an item to a particular location. Let's have a look. Let's put a couple of these down. So, oh, how many do we have? 6. Okay, that's enough. So we put down some of these. Now, if I was doing a build, I might put down an object, say a pretty tree, and go, you know what? That doesn't look right. I'm not happy with that in this build. I don't think it suits. I need to pick it up again and I need to put something else down. If I've taken this from a storage box or the bank, once I pick it back up again, it goes into my inventory. It doesn't have to do that anymore. That's right. There is a return to original location system. If, for example, I undo the placement of those items, it doesn't go back to my inventory. It actually goes back into the vault. So, it's here still. Up until now, every time you did that, you placed an item, you changed your mind, you hit undo, it will come back to your inventory, and then at a later stage you would have to spend some considerable time, in my case, moving things around to put them back where they needed to go. This is one of the reasons that I've got so many housing items on this character, because it just makes it easier if the things you use frequently are on that character. There's less filtering, there's less filing. So everything, if you use the undo key, it will go back to where it is. Now, there is an additional sort of feature which is part of this system. Let's go into the retrieve system. Now, we've just placed these, and what you can see down at the bottom of the screen is a retrieve to. So you can have it retrieved to a Finishing Vault, you can have it retrieved to your inventory, you can have it retrieved to the bank, or you can have it retrieved to any of your storage coffers. If you haven't done this already, naming your storage coffers as to what's actually in there, very, very helpful. So you know, oh, this is the storage coffer that has plants in it, this is where I would like this one to go. So you can have this. Now, what you can also do is if you select this, let's say bank, we're going to retrieve to the bank. This will now be a default until you come in and retrieve it again. So if we put that one away, and rather than undo, if we grab, whoop, fine. If we grab that and put it away, or that one and put it away, what you'll see is now, when we go to place them, we have 2, the originals, in the vault, and we have 3 are now in the bank. So you can retrieve each thing individually, and as you go, you can select it. But, you know, like, if we retrieve this platform, for example, we can say we want this one in the vault, And this one we want in the bank. And this one we want in the inventory. So then when we go to place them again, there we go, you can see we've got 2 in the vault, because we're still filtering on the vault, so let's turn that off. So we have, yeah, one in the inventory, 1 in the bank, and 2 in the vault. This system, along with the furnishing vault, is simply outstanding. Now, something to keep in mind. While the vault itself is part of ESO Plus, the return to system is part of the base game. So you may not have access to the furnishing vault, as anybody who plays the game has not up until this point. But the return to system alone makes housing so much better. And it makes housing so much better on console as well. Because console, sure, I've got add-ons that tell me, oh, this object belongs in this box. Or this, not even that actually. Oh, I do have that functionality, but for filtering it's usually like this object is in a storage coffer, and I'll work that out later. These objects go in the bank. I can sort that fairly easily. And then it's a, you know, half an hour of shuffling things around. But I at least have an add-on that tells me where things are. Console doesn't have that. You don't need it anymore. You don't need it. The return to system will let you sort things as you build. That plus the housing vault, absolute game changer. I cannot say this enough. Thank you, Zenimax. This is absolutely outstanding. So, hey, I've spoken about this for some extended period of time. Let me know, comments, thoughts, in the description below. There are feedback posts over on forums.elderscrollsonline.com. If you're an ESO housing mancer and you've got thoughts, you should let them know what you think. Good and bad. Changes you think? Tweaks? Sure. Bugs? Definitely. But you should sign up for the forums if you don't already have an account, and you should leave your feedback there. If you've got ideas for other things that you think would just like ease a housing problem, let those, you know. Participate in the community. We're here for you. They're here for us. Oh, this is so good. Thank you. But anyway, come follow me over at twitch.tv/ICYIC, where you'll see me raving about this exact system, probably quite a bit, and using it as I build houses on stream, a fair chunk. Thanks to Zenimax Online and Bethesda Australia, I often have giveaways of ESO codes, including ESO Plus codes. I don't know how this works if you have ESO Plus and then lose it. However, it's probably going to work in the same way that the double house storage or the double bank storage works. So anything that's already in there will stay there, but you won't be able to add anything into it. So it will, in a sense, act as a reservoir of finishing items. Once you pull something out, you're going to have 2 stacks, but, you know, it's better than nothing. So, anyway, if you've experimented with it and you've got other thoughts or comments, let me know in the description below. Come follow me over at twitch.tv. I'd love to see you. Thank you very much for watching. Check the playlist for more videos. The next couple will be the new houses, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.